every problem on this particular topic will be. So is the screen visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, including AutoCAD. Right. So there is one video which I have already recorded some time back, that is projection of lines, and that problem is the master diagram. Okay. So it is the fourth most popular video on my channel. You can see it here, and I'm sharing that to the Teams chat. Yeah. And also I'll load it to the WhatsApp group. Okay, so in today's class, please watch this video. Okay, so the video length is 7 minutes. So I will give you 15 minutes to watch this video. Fine, because some students will be joining late. Some students may want to repeat something which I have told in the video. So take around 15 minutes to watch that video, understand this problem, try to do the problem as it is, fine, same way, the way it is explained in the video, try to do it in AutoCAD. Okay, so after 15 minutes, if you have any doubts, you can raise your hand, I will clear those doubts, and after clearing the doubts, I will take up one or two other problems based on the same topic. Okay. Okay. Okay, still loading. What about others? Only 13 members joined today. In the first hour also the strength was same.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So some people want to take a break, it seems. And if that is the case, then we may have to repeat this topic again. Still loading. So everyone has started watching that video?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Watch it and parallelly try to do that problem in AutoCAD. Yes, ma'am?
Can you share that video in WhatsApp?
Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, shared. Staff room, new staff room. Hello. So is this video, are you getting the sound of this video which I'm playing on?
Not clearly, sir.
We just watch it on
No, sir,
YouTube.
but we can adjust it by using the headphones.
Yeah. So you watch it on your YouTube app. From here, I'm unable to play it correctly. Okay. Sound, I don't know why sound is not coming for you. Just 5 more minutes, then we will start taking the doubts. So anyone has a doubt, you can start asking. There is no problem. हाँ सर।
Excuse me, sir. Hello.
Hello. So I hope you are done watching this video. Are you all working on that? Please confirm. Hello, are you getting my sound?
Yes, sir.
You're audible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So have you worked on that? How many of you have done that problem? Please raise your hand. If you have completed the problem, please raise your hand. Okay, no raised hands. Nobody completed that. Okay, it seems you need more time to do that. So take your time, but complete it. Okay. So this is a very important topic again, because this topic helps you find out length of inclined lines in 3D space. Fine. So sometimes you are required to find the shortest distance between 2 points in the space. So how will you find that? So there are various methods, but projection of lines is a graphical method to solve that kind of problems. Okay. So once I will just explain to you the master diagram. So if you are watching the video still, please stop it and listen here once. Okay. Where is that thing? And it's just here. CAD. So as I told, this problem that we are solving today, it's the master diagram of projection of lines. Master diagram for projection of lines. And if you understand this one problem perfectly, you with this understanding, you will be able to solve any problem that you come across on projection of lines. Okay. Okay, so this is the problem. Just take this into the template. There it is. Fine. Now once again, this is a line which is present in 3D space. This is a line which is present in 3D space, and we are drawing it on a 2D plane. We are drawing it on a 2D plane. So this is something which we should understand perfectly. Now let me go ahead and explain to you the process. So first of all, when the line is placed horizontally, if the line is placed horizontally, okay, so then the actual length will be visible in both the views, in the front view as well as in the top view. Are you getting it? Is my video visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the line, where to get the line? Okay, like this. We have a pencil. Okay, so let us say this here is a line. Can you see this pencil?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this here is a line, and this line can be placed in various different positions in the space. Okay, and then you will have a VP and an HP. So let us say I have a file here, right? So this bottom plane is HP, that means it is remaining horizontal, and this plane here is VP, which means it is vertical. Okay. So now this pencil, it can be placed in different positions relative to the HP and VP. Okay. So in the previous problem, in projection of points, we learnt how to draw a line when it is perpendicular to one of the planes. When it is perpendicular to one of the planes. Now today, we are considering a line position wherein the line is inclined to both the planes. Wherein the line is inclined to both the planes. Now we have to understand in a step-by-step order. Fine. So first of all, let us understand if the line is inclined to a single plane. First of all, let us understand when the line is inclined to a single plane, and then we will take both the planes at the same time. So in the first step, I will just assume that the line is inclined only to HP. Line is inclined only to HP. All this also will not come. Okay, so this is the line which is inclined only to HP. Now here in this problem, I'll delete everything, and we will take a situation wherein the line is inclined only to VP. Line is inclined only to VP. Okay, so here the line is inclined only to VP. Here the line is inclined only to HP. Now let us understand this. Let us understand these diagrams with the help of this plane. Okay, so can you see this plane? VP, HP, can you see this?
Yes, sir. You can.
So let us say that this line is the line AB. This line is the line AB. And now when I'm placing it horizontally like this, when I'm placing this horizontally like this, what will happen? The true length will be visible in the top view as well as in the front view. Both in top view and front view, the true length will be visible. Fine. But when I start inclining it with the HP, what will happen? When I start inclining it with the HP, in which view we can see the angle? Tell me. In which view we can see the angle?
Front view.
We can see the angle in front view. Very good. Fine. And in which view the true length will be visible? True length will be visible in which view? True length means?
Front view.
Yeah, whatever is the length of this pencil, same length should appear in the projection. So in which view we can see the true length?
Front view, sir.
Front view. Very good. Fine. So we can see the angle of inclination and the true length in the front view. Now this information we will use to first draw the front view. First we will draw the front view. So this is our first step. So we have to take a point 10 mm above and we have to draw the front view. Now in the question, angle with HP has been given. Angle with HP is given. How much is the angle with HP? That is 45 degrees. Yeah. So at 45 degrees, we have to draw this line. At 45 degrees, we have to draw that line. And after drawing this line at 45 of 100 length, we will get this point. Then we have to project this with a straight line and we have to draw a horizontal line to get the top view. Now top view, will it be of same length or different length? Top view, will it be of same length or different length? You see, line is inclining like this. Okay, so when it is getting inclined like this, what happens to the length of top view? What happens to the length of top view? It will decrease, right?
Yes, sir.
The length of top view will decrease. So by how much it will decrease, we can find by projecting this point. By projecting this point straight. Okay. Now the same we have to do for inclination with VP. Here we are doing the same for inclination with VP. So angle with VP has been mentioned here in the question. What is the angle with VP? Angle with VP, here you can see it's been given. Okay, this is 30 degrees. So angle with VP is 30 degrees. 30 degrees to VP. It has been mentioned. So first again we have to mark the first point. The front view and top view of the first point we have to mark. Then in the top view, because inclination with VP will be like this. Can you see my video? Can you see my video?
Yes, sir.
So inclination with VP will be like this. So true length will be visible in which view? True length will be visible in which view? True length will be visible in top view. True length will be visible in top view, and angle of inclination will also be visible in top view. When you see from top, true length and angle of inclination both will be visible. So that is why we have drawn the angle and the true length over here. So true length of the line is 100. True length of the line is 100, and you can see the angle that we have drawn. It is 30 degrees. Fine. So this is how first we have to draw the top view. After drawing the top view, coming to the front view. Now, what is the length of front view? Is it same or changing? When the line is getting inclined, the front view length, will it change or remain the same?
Change, sir.
It changes. Very good. So how much it will change? How much it will change? That we can find by using this projection line. This projection line. Okay. So this angle of inclination, depending on how much it is turning, okay, so if it is turning up to this point, let us say, if it is turning up to this point, from here we have to take a projection, and this length between these two lines, this is the length of the front view. Okay, in our case, for our problem, angle given is 30 degrees. So from 30 degrees, this point we have drawn a projection, and this is our front view. This is our front view. Okay. So these are the two problems. So sometimes you will be asked only for these type of problems. When the line is parallel to one plane, in this case, line is parallel to VP and inclined to HP. And in this case, line is parallel to HP and inclined to VP. So some problems you will be asked only to solve till this point. So you can just solve it and leave it here itself. In some other problems, you will be told to find the projections when the line is inclined to both HP and VP. Fine. So both HP and VP. So that's where this problem will come up. Fine. So both these diagrams we have to draw overlapping each other. Both these diagrams we have to draw overlapping each other like this. Now we have to find the position of line when it is inclined both to HP as well as VP. Fine. So how to do this? So for doing this, the theory you should understand. So suppose I am maintaining this angle constant. My video is visible. Suppose I am maintaining this angle constant and I am rotating this pencil. Is the video visible?
Yes, sir.
So suppose I am maintaining this angle constant and I am rotating the pencil. Now tell me what happens to the top view and what happens to the front view. What is the path that the front view and top view of this point they will traverse? So when it is rotating like this, keeping this angle constant, first let me ask you what happens to the top view? What happens to the top view? Its projection. What is the path taken by the top view? Top view projection. Top view, what is the path taken? Top view travels in a circular path, right? Top
Yes,
view
sir.
travels in circular path. And what happens to the front view? Front view, when it is rotating like this, what happens to the front view? Front view will travel in a straight line. Again, front view will travel in a straight line.
Yes, sir. It is.
Yes.
So,
So top view will travel along circular path. So this is the circular path. And front view, this is the front view, right? So front view will travel in a straight line. Correct? Now same way, when we take up the inclination with VP, so this angle I want to keep it constant and I want to rotate it like this. Are you getting it? I'm rotating it like this. Okay, angle with VP I'm maintaining constant and I'm rotating the pencil like this. Now, what is the path taken by the front view? What is the path taken by the front view? What is the path taken by the front view? Front view will be traveling along circle, right?
motion.
Front view will be traveling along the circle. And what happens to the top view? When it is moving like this, when it is moving like this, what happens to the top view?
Travels straight lines.
Top view will travel in a straight line. Top view will travel in a straight line. So that's what we have to do now. So take a circle from this point straight here. Okay, and this will travel in a straight line. This will travel in a straight line. Okay, so now we want both the conditions to be satisfied. We want the line to be at 30 degrees to VP, and at the same time we want it to be at 45 degrees to HP. Now this condition, it is satisfied at this point where the top view path of this diagram is intersecting with the it is intersecting with the top view part of this diagram. Fine, the intersection of both will give us the definite point where the change is happening. Okay, same way here, the front view of this diagram, where it is interacting with the front view of this diagram. These two are different diagrams, right? We made them to overlap. So these two intersect, these two wherever they intersect, that is our point. That is our point. Okay, so these are the final front and top views. So you can just trim them by selecting these two lines. TR, enter. Enter, you have to press single time when you are selecting the lines. So after selecting lines, press TR, enter, then click on the part of the circle which you don't need. So select the lines, TR, enter, select the part of circle which you don't need. Okay, so this completes our diagram. Okay, so now one thing you have to understand here is, after drawing the complete diagram, if you want to check whether your diagram is correct or not, what you have to do is, you have to take a line from this point, take a vertical line. From this point, take a vertical line. And that vertical line should pass through this intersection point. It should pass through this intersection point. If it is not passing through this intersection point, then you have made some mistake. You have made some mistake. So this is like a litmus test for you to check whether you have solved the problem correctly. Whether you have solved the problem correctly. Is it clear?
Sir, can you just repeat the entire process in a short way, sir?
Okay, in a short way. So already that is there in the video, and this class is being recorded. But anyway, I'll repeat it in a short way, fast forward. So first step, you have to draw, you have to start with one of the inclinations. Okay, so either you start with inclination to HP or you start with inclination with VP. So I'll start with inclination to HP. HP inclination, we have to draw this line, and when you project that, you will get this line. Okay, these two lines we will get first. So this is the projection for inclination to HP only. Okay, then we have to take inclination to VP. So draw this line with 30-degree inclination to VP, then project this till this horizontal line. You will get both the front view and top view for inclination with VP only. Then what you have to do, then we need a position wherein both these conditions are satisfied. So what you have to do, from here you have to draw an arc with center point here at this point, and from this point again you have to draw an arc with center point here. Then you have to draw a straight line, horizontal line from this point and a horizontal line from this point. Okay, the intersection of this arc and this horizontal line will give us the final position of the point B. So this becomes the final top view. This becomes the final top view. Same way, intersection of this arc and this horizontal line will give us the final place, the final point, the final the final front view for the point B. So that we will get it here. So join that to get the final front view of the line. Okay, so this is the final front view of the line. So now we just have to match the properties. Only what is asked in the question, what is the final answer, that should be made dark. So because this is the final resting place of the line, only that line we have to make it dark. Everything else that we have drawn here, that is just for construction purpose. So it should not be made dark, it should be left as it is. Apart from that, if you have any dimensions or the names, that also you have to make it, you have to apply the dimension thickness on that. So use match properties to apply the same properties as the dimension to all the dimensions and all the text. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So there is one more part here, one last part, and that is called trace. The last part is called the trace. Fine. So trace is a point. Trace is a point of intersection between the line when it is extended and when it meets HP or VP. Fine. So there are two traces possible. One is the horizontal trace, where the line intersects the HP. Fine. Actually, the line may not be intersecting. You can see this pencil. It is not touching the HP when I'm keeping it in the space here. But when I extend this, it will definitely meet HP at some point. At some point, it will definitely meet the HP. So that point where the extended line is meeting HP, that point is called the horizontal trace. That point is called horizontal trace. And that point where the line meets VP, the point where line meets VP when it is extended, that point is called vertical trace. That point is called vertical trace. So those two also we have to show here on the diagram. Fine. So how to show that? I'll just explain here. So I'll just use this diagram to draw it. Fine. So what you have to do is you have to extend the final front view. You have to extend the final front view. Don't extend this line. This is just a temporary line, not the final front view. Okay. So this is the line which you have to extend. Now, what is the command for extend? Extend command is EX double enter. So EX double enter, you press it, then click on the final front view till it intersects the XY line. Till it intersects the XY line. Now this point, what is this point? What is that point? That is the front view of horizontal trace. That is the front view of horizontal trace. So front view of horizontal trace, we have to name it using small letter h and it a dash. Because this is the front view, we will be placing a dash. Next, you should also extend this line. Again, we have to extend the final top view, not the temporary top view. Okay. So final top view, you should extend. So again, EX double enter, click on this line till it meets XY line, we have to extend it. Fine. So what is this point? Now we are extending the top view of the line. So the point that we get here is the point where line meets VP, but it is the top view. It is the top view. It is the top view. So what is this point? Top view means we have to use small letter without a dash. Small letter without a dash. So this is the top view of vertical trace and this is the front view of horizontal trace. Now we have to find the top view of horizontal trace. Where we will get the top view of horizontal trace? You have to take a projection line from here. Vertical line you have to draw. and wherever it meets, wherever it intersects this line, that point is where the top view of horizontal trace will be located. Top view of horizontal trace will be located. Now, how to name the top view of horizontal trace? You have to just name it as H. You have to just name it as H. But we will be naming it as capital HT. We will be naming it as capital HT. Why we are naming it as capital HT? Because the actual horizontal trace, not the top view, actual horizontal trace will also be appearing at the same point. Actual horizontal trace will also be appearing at the same point. So because the actual point is more important to us, we are giving preference to this. Fine. We can also mark this as a small h, which means it is the top view of horizontal trace. But this is more important to us. The actual HT horizontal trace is more important to us, and hence we are naming it like this. Okay. Next step, we already have the top view of vertical trace. Now we have to find its front view. Now to find the front view, again we have to take a projection line. And we should extend the front view. We have to extend the final front view till it intersects this line. Okay. So once again press EX, double enter, and then go on clicking on the line till it intersects this line. So this intersection point that we got, what is that point? What is this point? It is the it is the front view of the vertical trace. It is the front view of the vertical trace. Once again, we will not be naming it as V dash. We will be naming it with capital letters VT. The reason is same. We are doing this because the actual vertical trace will also be coming at the same point. Actual vertical trace will also come at the same point. Not the front view or top view. Front views and top views we always name with small letters. But this is the actual vertical trace, and that is more important to us than its front view or top view. So we are naming it with capital letters. Fine. So that's how you can complete the horizontal and vertical traces. Now these lines, these extension lines, they need not be dark. Extension lines, they need not be dark. Fine. So how to solve that problem? We can just use the break command. Write down the break command, BR enter. Use the break command to break a part of this line here. Now this line is different and this line is different. So like that you have to break it. So once again use the break command, BR enter. Click here. After this point you have to click once and then click exactly at this point. So what happens? This line becomes separate from this line. Now these two lines, they need not be dark. These two are the final front view and the final top view. They have to be dark. Whereas these two, they are just drawn for construction purpose, so they need not be dark. So I will use match properties and to make them light once again. Okay. So this is how you have to draw the diagram. Fine. Any doubts now?
No, sir.
No doubt. If you have any doubts, please raise your hand. I will solve that doubt and then we will stop here. Everyone has understood the problem? Some students have joined late. Some students have joined late, I can see that. So latecomers, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Do you want me to call out the names of who were late? Okay. Better. So I think when I started explaining the line problem, most of you were present. So I'm assuming that you have understood this problem because you are not raising any of your hands. I'll just have to assume that you have understood it. There's no other option for me. So 17 members have attended today. That's just 47% of attendance. Recording of this will be made available so that you can complete the assignment. Next